Hello viewers, this is Link to the Past, playing redxparasite. So, we are finally out of the Ice Palace, and what the heck? That was weird. Apparently if you warp back in the middle of the bush, the game will teleport you right back. I have no idea. But in this episode, we finally leave the Ice Palace, and this is going to be the first episode in a long time in which there's not a dungeon. So I'm going to be getting some stuff done, partially thanks to KB29, who helped me, find out where some of the stuff is that I'll be getting in this episode. I'll also be getting my calculus homework done, because multitasking is fun. Because calculus and video games totally go together. Actually, in certain ways they kind of do. But we are going to be heading back to Jericho, because the first thing I'm going to end up doing is getting my sword. I talked about it a bit in the last boss fight. It's basically a side quest. Once you do it, your sword will be shaded red, and it will deal more damage than it did before. So it's a good thing to do, especially if you're someone like me who would prefer to have enemies and bosses just not exist, but I guess the second best thing would be to dispatch them as easily as possible. So, heading back towards Jericho, and because the side quest is based around here, I'll be going to the Dark World a little bit, but you'll need to be around here somewhere, so unless you travel in the Dark World, you'll have to go to Jericho, where we found the Dark World portal to the north, so that's where I'm going to be heading right now. It's horribly out of tune. I don't really care. Actually, I kind of do. I don't want to strain your ears any more than they already have been. Especially if you listen to loud music. So now that we're here, we're going to be heading to the south of Jericho and looking for a frog. This frog is important to the side quest. So basically, you'll notice in the Dark Worlds, obviously when we were last here, I did not smash all these spikes. So, man, so incongruent. Okay, so if you walk back to the light world here, I'll just sort of kind of explain the side quest. There are these dwarfs, or there's a dwarf there right now, who's lost his partner. So, unless he finds his partner, he can't temper your sword. So, what do you think we're going to do? We're going to find his partner. So, see that his partner is actually in the Dark World, to the south of Jericho. So, let's go there. Or not. Let's kill Dark World version of the Coast. Or not. I don't even know if you can actually kill those. I haven't really bothered to try. So his friend is down here. It's in this map, essentially. You walk to the left, a bit more, then you will find him. I say I'm going too low. This is not where you're supposed to be going. So in retrospect, don't go here, because he's not here. He's actually up there. So, pick up the rock. Oh, nothing. So he's up there. But, wait, that's not a dwarf, that's a frog. Yeah, in the Dark World, most creatures, things, people, nouns in general, change forms. See? So So obviously Link is different. I mean, I'm different since I have that mirror now. I used to turn into a rabbit, if you remember, all that time ago. So once you get this guy, you can actually just warp straight back to the light world. Doesn't really matter where you do it, because once you warp, Toad will warp with you, and he will magically turn into a dwarf. So we can take him back to his friends, and they'll be reunited. Oh, so happy. Ding. Oh, happy days are here again! So, when they say drop by here again, they literally mean it. So if you go up there and talk to them, they'll say, thank you, thank you. Talk to the other guy, he'll say, thank you, thank you. So you actually have to leave their house and then go back in to actually get your sword tempered. It's kind of annoying that they wouldn't just do it straight off the bat for you. But I have no idea. Leave and then go straight back in. And it's suddenly working again. Hey you, welcome. Temper my sword. I'll give you a big discount. So they're doing it for only 10 rupees, which is really it's practically nothing, and it's very much worth it in the long scope of things. So you'll notice right there that I tried to swing my sword, so essentially I pressed B, but since I don't have a sword at this point, nothing really happens. So, right now, while we don't have our sword, there's really not too much that we can do right now. Basically, all you have to do is go off screen, I think, for them to finish your sword. It doesn't really take that much time, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go get something else. We're heading down here, so it's actually... So right now I do not have a sword, kind of dangerous, especially knowing the way enemies and I love each other so much. So all you have to do is essentially avoid the enemies. If you go to the left and you go up right here, you will find a kid. So we talk to him and he says he turned into this shape. He used to play the flute. So basically, what he wants us to do is he wants us to find his flute. So he'll give us a shovel. So we'll put the shovel. Well, actually, we're gonna warp back to the light world first. And this actually brings about a really interesting glitch. You warp back. I don't know. Basically, you're supposed to see this cutscene in the light world before you go to the dark world. So you see that kid, he's playing his flute, and then he gets warped to the dark world, and then instantly I get warped to the dark world as well. So then I'm back in the dark world again, and so I warp back, and this time I can actually move. But the cutscene plays again. It's kind of glitchy. So the area that you have to dig is right up in this top left corner near these flowers. So I'll find it eventually. Just gotta keep on digging holes. 5 feet deep, 5 feet in diameter. And there it is. So we find his flute. We find his flute before he is finished playing his flute. And then warps his dark world. It's really strange. So then, once we go back to the dark world, we talk to him again once we have the flute. Looks like I can't play it anymore. So he basically wants me to go talk to his old man in the village where he used to live if I ever go there. And he also wants us to play the flute for him one last time. So we play the flute, and he turns into a tree, essentially petrifies. Kind of sad, but hey, we get a flute and a shovel from this, so it's pretty nice if you ask me. So now that we are done with that, ooh, that was but now that we're done with that, we're gonna go back to the dwarves and get our sword back, because I would love to have my sword again. So it's probably easier to go through this area in the Dark World, just because of the guards that are in there. So then we just get out the mirror and sword back. Go get our sword. Aha! The sword is now tempered up. Hold it! In the air! Hold it high! Raise it to the heavens! It is now awesomely awesome. Because it is. So now we're going to be showing you what the flute does. In just a moment. There's one thing you have to do. If you just play the flute right now, it will not do anything. But if you go down to that statue that has the north, south, east, and west, and then you ram into it, Pegasus boots. See, like, you'll notice, okay, I'll play it, and then it just won't do anything. So if you attack that statue, just ram into it with Pegasus boots, then it will spawn a random duck. Black! But basically, what this flute allows you to do is kind of the equivalent of using fly in Pokemon. So now, if you play the flute again, then the duck will appear, and it'll take you to one of 7 warp points. See, like the animation is like the exact, or 8 warp points. The animation is like exactly the same. So there are basically 8 places that you can fly to. There's another one that you can get later. So, remember that lady that we gave the mushroom to? Well, if you wait a while, then come back to the shop and get the magic powder. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's powder and it's magical, so if you sprinkle it on stuff, then it might do something. So I'll go and show you something that it does that is quite useful after I buy some more potion. Because I have plenty of rupees right now. Should I get the red potion? Yes. Oh, what? That was not the right thing to do. Stupid. Just wasted my fairy. So, I guess I'm not full on everything, but I'm just gonna leave now. So, having the flute, as you can tell, is quite useful. Just because of some of the numerous places that you can warp to. If you have looked at the map, most of the warp points are near Dark World portals, just to let you guys know. So there's Kakariko Village, Death Mountain, this area up here, my house, Lake Hylia, so it's incredibly useful, because it saves a whole bunch of travel time. So, it's not required to beat the game, but it's incredibly helpful. So, now that we have the magic powder, we're going to be going back over here. If you remember, on the way to the Ice Palace, we fell down that hole over there, and there was nothing we could do with that weird red hands holding, like, the saucer blood or whatever it happened to be. But now that we have the magic powder, we can actually do something with that. So you just take out the magic powder, and then you press Y. Poof! This bat appears. And it curses me for waking him up. So he's going to get revenge on me, and he's going to make my magic half as much. So now my magic meter is 1/2. Or at least that's what he intended. Basically what he did was he made my magic consumption 1/2 of what it used to be. So whatever would use, like, I don't know, 2 points of magic or whatever, would now use 1. So essentially he's doubled my magic meter without knowing it. I mean, it's a great form of revenge, is it not? So, obviously having expanded magic meter allows me to use more magic, which can be quite useful in coming battles. So now that we're back in the Dark World, we are going to do some exploring in the Village of the Outcasts. I'm going to be starting to get the 4th bottle in this episode. I kinda got a little lost, because that's totally not happened before. But basically, in the surrounding area, this is a shop, I don't need to go here, but in the surrounding area of the Village of the Outcasts, there is a purple treasure chest. This purple treasure chest, you cannot unlock because the key happened to get locked inside. Basically, what you have to do is, once you find this treasure chest, it will actually follow you. And it will also follow you into that... Hey, jerk! But it will also follow you into the light world. So basically, you have to take it to this specific guy. We've actually met him before. You'll know him when I get to him, but I have to take it to this guy so that he'll unlock it. And... okay, so that right there is a gambling game. Let's see, do I feel like doing that? What the heck, I'll do it. Because I have the power of save states. So basically, the two best prizes that you can get from this. One of them is a piece of art, and the other one is 100 rupees. So basically, the prices are rotating. I don't know exactly the speed, but I can just essentially use save states and just keep on going until I find the one where the heart is. Haha! So then the second largest prize is 100 rupees, which I actually find on the first try here. Basically, see, I'll open that treasure chest again, and it's bombs. So you can tell that the prices are, they're just random. So, it's essentially a trial and error thing, using save states, so where I find the 100 rupees again, and, well, that's the best use of 10 rupees that we've had yet, I think. It's a net profit of 90 plus a heart container, so I consider that pretty profitable. But now that we're done with that, we can explore a little bit more with the Village of the Outcasts. You'll see there's a bombable wall here. Don't worry, it's not of the fake kind. This one's real. See? So, I see in an early episode, in this very same shed in the light world, was kind of useless. But here, it has 300 rupees. So, quite useful. Like, I totally need that many rupees. So, that's gonna about do it for this episode, just because I took some time to look around for the purple treasure chest, just because KV did not remember exactly where it was when I was recording this. But, we will be continuing that, so we'll be getting the item inside in the next video. So, I'm going to see you guys later, because you will be watching the next video. Mind control. Alright, goodbye. See you later. Have a nice day.